times good stories get rejected for bad writing when we know that all publishing houses have editors?
It depends on what level of bad writing you're talking about. I mean, you can look at our slush pile and you will laugh at the stuff that we receive. Uh, and of course, if we so for non-fiction, I think it would be an idea which one can work on. If there is a saleable idea or an idea which we think is something that needs to be I mean, a voice that needs to be heard, then the editor can actually work on the content. Or if there's a seed of a great plot or a great story, even it's a very simple love story, if you're able to bring some new angle, a freshness to it, then the editor can work on it. But if it's completely like, where the author does not have any grasp over the subject, then there's nothing we can do. I mean, and there is only like 200 books that we can publish every year, and the biggest problem with publishing is that we have, like, each publishing firm has too many products. Like every month there's a back list, front list, or all major publishers have the US UK list. There are a lot of books out in the market. I mean, there is no point adding one more voice if it's like, we are not publishing because we are here to satisfy the author's ego. We are here to satisfy the reader. If we think that there are books that the readers will connect with, only then is it worth publishing.
But essentially, talking about fiction, if the story is good and assuming the writing is pretty bad, would you not like to handhold the writer
They do.
and take it
I'm sure
forward?
Vaishali is one person who does that a lot, and that happens frequently with with commercial writers, because their language may not be that good, but if there is an idea, then or if the plot is fantastic, or many things work, Mr. Bahari would know. We do that all the time.
That has been accepted and that has been
Yes.
published?
Yes, yes. But you wouldn't know once it is published, because you wouldn't
Obviously,
know the work
obviously.
that's gone behind it.
No, I'm going to speak on your behalf. So you said Vaishali. So Vaishali has an author like that. His writing is pretty good actually. May not be top of the line, but Vaishali works on his actually the two manuscripts. After that, there's a flow to the writing. Ravinder. So Ravinder is one of the properties with Penguin, and I think she's achieved much success with him. He sells at 500,000 copies now, which is amazing. So and Vaishali works on like that. And let me also tell you, you spoke about a particular author before, Vikas Swaroop, right? You said about Vikas. Now Vikas originally got found not in India but at Doubleday in the UK. All right, and so did Navtej, but not Doubleday, but also in the UK. Their editorial team, I mean, every big writer still needs an editor, no matter what you say. So your writing may be good, but it is the editor that actually finds you and works with you to polish up your writing. So editorial is pretty important when you said that. Now, and also that answers your first question, that does a book get found? So if Jane from Doubleday can actually fly to India to buy Vikas's writing, I think yes, every editor is looking for a good book. Provided it is 90% there, they'll work on the 10%, but if it is 50%, it's too difficult for an editor to put in, 6 months of work with every writing to create that masterpiece. Now you can talk.
Okay, I don't have much to say. No, really, what happens is that what an editor takes a call on is the level of rewrite required in every book. So if an idea has, you're looking, I don't know, I call it the X factor. I'm looking at the X factor in a book. If I see that X factor, I take the book up, no matter what level of writing. But sometimes what happens is that I've seen that sometimes I've taken up books which require extensive rewriting, and in which case you tend to, kind of write over the voice of the author. When you do that, that's a dangerous situation. Then you're writing the book, it's not the author, and author can't own up to it. So that's where I draw my line. I would not go if it requires the kind of editing that would be like a rewrite or me writing the book. I don't do that. The other thing I would say, at the end of the day, we are all human beings. sometimes we miss a book. I mean, something very foolish happened to me that two people with the same name wrote to me about a book, and in my confusion, I rejected the guy who I was actually wanting to accept. And same name, and I just like looked at the first name and I was like, okay, here's the guy, I'm sorry, this is not working. And then when I realized the mistake with this, and you know, when I take my rejections very seriously, if I say something to someone, I know that it's, you know, a book is coming from their heart, and if I say no to it, it's like rejecting that person's feelings. So I always get back to them, tell them. So in this particular case, I actually wrote back to him and I said, you know what, I'm sorry, there was this confusion, I didn't mean to reject it. I'm okay, I mean, you can go to another publisher, and we publish with another publisher and always regretted to live. But we are all humans at the end of the day, and I feel that some editors do sometimes overlook, sometimes you feel very overwhelmed with the kind of text you receive, and you feel there might be just too much work for you to do. And if you are rewriting a complete book, then it doesn't work at all.